I've started recording, Shiva.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, some of you are aware of me, and some of the people they don't have an idea. So let me just give a quick introduction of myself. As you, yeah, as you know, my name is Deepthi. I'm having total 9 years of experience into Workday, and today I'm going to share about the Workday. What is Workday first of all, and then how we gonna survive in this Workday market. Okay, what is the growth for our careers? So everything we will cover today. So let me just share my screen quickly. So are you able to see my screen, guys?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you for the confirmation. Okay, so before I get started, I'll definitely gonna ask you a few questions, guys. So 1970, or maybe before 1970, I say. So how we used to manage our data? Okay, because the Workday itself, it's a ERP tool, guys. So it's an enterprise resource planning, I say. So before getting into the Workday, I just want you to understand what is Workday. So guys, I really love to listen from you. So that's how we can, probe with each other, and we can just move forward. So I say, like, there are many companies or factories, whatever we say, like in our previous sector before 1970 or at 1970, how we used to manage our data, the employee data, first of all, the hirings, the terminations, whatever the bonuses, everything, the expense related stuff, everything, how we used to manage. Can someone answer? So maybe this match is so much of silent. Okay. So in 1970s or before, we used to maintain the recast by registers, guys. Right? In our, movies also we used to see like, we wherein we just write something like a signature kind of thing, we have to maintain a registers wherein we do the check-in checkouts in the factories level everywhere. Okay, so what I would say, in 1970, to maintain these registers or that, my company established at the 1970. Okay, so I've started my company, one company, okay, with 100 people. Can someone tell me how many people are required to maintain this data? I want to hire a people, okay, for my company when there is no laptops, no computers, nothing, no PCs, something. Okay, I want some people to maintain my 100 employees data. Can someone tell me that? Guys, come on, it is very simple. You can just, at least you can guess some answers. Shiva, what do you think? How many employees I need?
Maybe 4 to 5.
4 to 5.
Sorry?
Maybe 4 to 5.
Maybe 4 to 5.
Okay, 4 people. Thank you. So after 5 years, my company growth, okay, it's again the single company, but my growth is 1,000 people. So who is next I can take? Vasu, can you tell me, if I need 100 people for one company, how many people are required to maintain 1,000 people data? You can say, give some guesses, no problem.
Yes, facing any
Facing
issues?
any issues?
If you are facing any
If you are
issues while
facing any issues,
you are
well,
running,
please let me know. Please let me know.
Guys, you need to answer, because that's how you will get interest on the topic. At the same time, you will understand what I'm teaching as well. So without this, definitely it will be very damp. Even you won't get what I'm saying. So I want everyone to just come forward and answer to my questions, because it is very simple logic. For 100, if it is 4, so how many members I would increase for 1,000 people? No guesses? Okay. So we take around 40 people, because if it is 4 members are working for 100 people data, I need 40. Okay. So maybe after 10 years, okay, after 10 years, my company growth, it's now 10,000. So by this number, as like for 100 for 4, 1000 for 40, okay, 44,000 people, and I need 400 people to maintain the data of 10,000 people, if I'm not wrong. Okay. So in 1970s and 1960s, at this point of time, we used to maintain a registers to maintain all this data. Okay, whatever the companies are, like, factories or hospitals or anything. Okay. So, but after this, we have certain tools, or I would say, like, computers came into the market. Okay. Wherein we used to save this data through Excel, Word. Okay. Like this, we used to maintain this manual data. Whatever we are just doing this manual data here, that entire data, we used to save it in the Excel, Word. And we used to have tools like Tally and all this stuff to maintain those data. But I recommend, guys, like, if I was from the 1970 or before that, so even if even one person of, from this 1,000, or else the very beginning person of this 100 people, if someone came back and asked for some related data of his profile, okay, maybe he wanted to know his data, or he was coming back to get his PF at that time, whatever we had, okay, the schemes of it. So everything used to capture by the records only. And we used to have so much of storage of the every year, if I mean to say every month as well, the book records. What if something happens in a factory, or any fire accidents or something? There are many incidents, okay, wherein so many people lost their education as well, just because of this unexpected things. So at that point of time, we will lose all our data. But when the computers came into the market, we used to use the Excel, Word, Tally to maintain all this data, wherein the work will get reduced, guys. As I said, like, 10,000 people, if I need 400 people to maintain of these 10,000 people records, I need only maybe 100 people are enough for me to maintain 10,000 people data, because I have Excel. But how long I would maintain this Excel as well? And what if it is corrupted? Okay. So my question is, what if it is corrupted, or it might get deleted, okay, while in cleanup or something? So we will again we will lose all the data. That's when in 1990s the ERP tool came into the market, guys. Okay, which is enterprise resource planning, wherein we have a different sectors of it. So that is, one is HCM, and next one is FCM, and then we have a CRM, guys. So what is HCM? So this is a human capital management, where we maintain a employee related stuff, max. And the FCM is the financial management, guys. And CRM is the customer relationship management, which is very useful for the banking sector. Okay. So I will say some of the domains who actually work on the HCM and FCM. Okay. Let me just start with Oracle. Okay. SAP. And then PeopleSoft and Microsoft. And we have Kronos. Okay. Like that, Workday came into the market. Okay. In 2005. And again, if I come back for FCM, okay, again we have SAP and Oracle, PeopleSoft and Microsoft as well. Okay, and we have a very good tool called Tally. And then here also it's a time for Workday. And we have CRM for SAP, Oracle, PeopleSoft. Let me just write it here. PeopleSoft, Disable, and we have a Salesforce, guys. Let me just come back to a HCM. So since we are talking about our Workday, today the demo is about the Workday. I just told you how we used to manage the data before the computers came into our life, and after the computers, how we used to maintain the data. Okay. And then after ERP came into the market, how we are surviving. Guys, I'm not saying, okay, Oracle is nothing or SAP is something, nothing. Okay. Every tool has their unique, okay, programming and unique technology. But why Workday is so special in the market? And I say Workday is number one position in the market as of today. Okay. And for FCM, for the financial one, guys, the Oracle applications are only number one till this day, Oracle. And for CRM, Salesforce is the number one. Okay. So here Workday is number one in HCM. Why it is number one? Anyone just go through this Workday in the YouTube or anywhere else before getting into the demo? Guys, I have no problem if you can say no as well, because I can't see the screen. That is what the problem. I'll be very happy if someone can answer me.
Team, please be active.
Okay, guys. So when it comes to the 1960, those are all the paper files, guys, and the physical storage. Okay. That is very much of very high manual effort of a humans, and you know that is a risk of a data loss and the poor retrieval, guys. Okay, something we need. Okay, we have to struggle so much. Okay, and even we had a basic databases, and you know the spreadsheet is whatever we have to use at the 1990s. That is like, you know, early HR systems, I say, like, you know, PeopleSoft or SAP R3 and like that. So there is a still limited automation. So what is cloud, guys? So Workday, it comes under the cloud. The evolution to cloud, it's like, you know, zero maintenance by the customer. Whoever the client, okay, here the customer means client, okay, the company, organization, or a factory, whatever it is, the hospital. So that is like zero maintenance by them. They don't need to take care of anything. For the rest of the things, earlier what we had, the PeopleSoft, everything, we have to maintain that, and for that we have to maintain the servers and the audit, everything. It's under our pressure. But in the cloud base, it is like, you know, zero maintenance by our clients and continuous updates without downtime, guys. You know, Workday releases 2 upgrades in a year. Okay, one is in March, one is in September. Okay, no, I would say no other applications did this in the market from last 15 years. That's why Workday, it's still ruling the market for HCM, guys. And day by day, it's increasing their opportunities to grab their clients with the automation. Okay, everything it's adopted, including the AI today. So why Workday stands out? Okay, I can tell you why Workday. Oh, I'm sorry. Just give me a minute. Okay, sorry. There is a charging disturbance. So that is like why Workday stands out, guys. It is because of 100% of cloud native, and this is unified architecture, guys. And it is a in memory, the real time reporting, and the high security and the configurable workflows. I will tell you what it is. Okay, you don't need to program anything in Workday because it is completely delivered by Workday, guys. We just need to know the navigations, what we are gonna do in the Workday, and we should know the real-time reporting memory, because whatever we are storing it, we should know how we're gonna manage. That's all. And high security, guys. So every security, we will configure the ISU and ISSG, and all the maintenance is under the Workday. So that is like configuring the things. We don't need to program anything. We don't need to write any so much of coding into this. We have a very minimal coding called XSLT here, okay, which is required to only for the data transformation, nothing else. So this is like, data input, processing, and the output. That is why it is so special. So the Workday HCM features also, we have a technical and functional here. So when it comes to the Workday HCM, we have technical and functional. So coming to the technical, we have reporting, okay, calculated fields, okay. So in reporting, we have a 8 simple advanced trending composite matrix search report, okay, and like and unbox also. So in the calculated fields, we have calculated fields. And coming to the integrations, we have EIB, that is like inbound and outbound. And we have document transformation. And studio. Okay. And coming to the functional part, we have core HCM, absence management, payroll, benefits, and we have time tracking, recruiting, business process, and security. Is a compensation, guys. Very important topic. So rest of everything, guys. Every application has their unique technology. As I said earlier, it's good in their application development, but why every people are turning up to Workday means it is very easy to handle, guys. So like, I should know the navigations. Okay, if I have to take an example, I know where to go to get my towel or to get the salt in my kitchen, okay, or anything. Okay, I know where is my fridge, where is my cupboards, or else where is my entire wardrobe. Everything I know. Okay, if I have to look into myself. If someone comes to my home, they don't know this. If I ask them, can you just get me some pepper or salt, they cannot go because they don't know the navigation of my home. That is only me. So this is like, we will have a work day for our employees. They will update their personal information, and we keep updating their comp records or one-time payments, everything we do. But we only Workday implementers or administration team know where to go and what to check. Okay, so that is what we should learn in Workday. Okay, so reports also, guys, the technical comes part here. For this reporting, we will have a different types of report, but the advanced report, okay, one is the most important report item, I say. This is very important because some of the advanced reports we use it in a integrations. Okay, so if I compare to Java or SAP, I say Workday has a very minimal coding because everything is entered by the Workday only. Whatever the fields we require, it's already, most of the 80% of the fields are delivered by Workday only. Okay, so if it is not delivered by Workday, when we have to do the manipulation, okay, that's when we have to use a calculated fields. If some data it's related, it is irrelevant, and we have to grab the calculated field into our reporting, or else our integrations, that's when we use the calculated fields. That is simply, I would say, the data manipulation thing. For that, we use this calculated fields and integrations inbound and outbound. So inbound, guys, we use our spreadsheets wherein we maintain the hiring, change jobs, or termination. So most of the companies, like around who actually hires employee more than 20 per week, or maybe 100 per month, they can't just go one after one task. Okay, let me just quickly show you that one. This is Workday, guys. Okay, so hire employee task. So this is the task, guys. But if it is one or two employees, we can just go through this, and we can go one after one step, and we can just do this. But what if it is like 10 plus, 100 plus, 50 plus employees, if we have to enter into the Workday, we cannot do that, guys, because it is lots of time and lots of effort. It is like very time killing process, where for that Workday has designed this inbound integration where we use the spreadsheet, and it is just like an Excel sheet, they say, where we have a data where what to enter, including the headings, it will be there. Okay. So we have to enter all the data as the Workday suggested, and we will run the integration. That's all, guys. We will first run in the validation mode, and then we will run it in the real time. That's all. Even if it is 1,000 people, it doesn't matter. We will just run the integration, and all the employee data will get stored in our organization records. So what is outbound? So outbound is something that we are sending the data from Workday to third party. Guys, we know, like, our salary gets credit from the third parties, most of the MNCs. We have, like, ADP and Allsec. These are the payroll companies that are running good in the market. So I've taken that name. So, like, there are many actually. So what we do for outbound integrations, we have a client delivery. Like, if we are working in the service sector, we have many clients. So if the company is like, any health sector related, they want us to send the expense related stuff, or else, patient related stuff, or a treatment related stuff. So something we are sending it from our side, okay, to the vendor. If we are delivering from our client to their vendor, that's when we use the outbound. And this is like core connector, guys. In the name itself, we have a connector. So in core connector, we have a 20 plus templates, guys. Okay. Wherein we just use the core connector worker, or else PG, week off, or else any other benefits related or credit cards related for financial stuff. But we use a core connector. This mainly we use it for the demographic file sending. Okay. So like on the daily basis, if it is a EIB, guys, we can run and send a full file of it. But in the organization level, every time we will see, every day, if we just check our inbox, okay, or Outlook, what we see, many send-offs with a gratitude. They will say a goodbyes, and many people welcome emails. So who will maintain that? We will use this core connector worker mainly to send the demographic files of any changes that happens on the employee records. Okay, it will only take the once you run the full file, guys. So today, if I run the full file from today onwards, okay, if I'm running this integration on daily basis, again, if we schedule that integration on daily basis, tomorrow on the same time, okay, what we have recommended, the integration will run, but the last run, it will take it from today's run, not from the beginning. It will not send the previous employee data, only the new employees who were added in last 24 hours. Okay, so that's how the core connector will work. And this document transformation. So what is this document transformation? So the name itself, we can understand it's something called transformation. So Workday has its default output file format, guys, which is nothing but XML. Okay, we use a default format that Workday delivers is a Workday XML. So, but what if our client asks us for a CSV, comma separated file, or a pipe separated file, anything that they have chosen it? That's when we use this document transformation. Okay, once we create the connector, then we will add this connector to the document transformation, and we write a XSLT, guys. That's here it is, we need a XSLT coding. That is very minimal. So like what would I say? If you're working on I will take an example of kids. They play something of shapes. they have to fit that shapes in a particular mold. But if they choose the wrong one, they cannot put it in that mold. That's how it is. If you write a wrong code, we have an oxygen tool, guys, where it will throw the error immediately. You can correct yourself there itself. Okay, there is nothing to worry, nothing to think about the coding we have compared to the other ERPs or other technos in the market. Workday has a very minimal coding, which is very best. Okay, and then we have a studio, guys. But before getting into this XSLT transformation studio, I would say, guys, uh, if anyone is joining into the Workday training class in our system, I will definitely recommend you to focus on XSLT and studio, guys. People will respect you in your organization. Okay, if you know coding and the studio. Okay, and most of the institutes are not giving training on studio. I don't want to take out the names, or I'm not pointing anyone, but why studio has to give a separate charge, I don't know. Because once you're good enough with the EIB and the core connector and the XSLT, it is very easy to build in studio. Okay, this is not something that we are creating, we are just adding the steps. Okay, anything. And functional also, the core HCM, it covers like create a cost center, supervisory organization, location hierarchy, every details we work on this core HCM things. And the absent management, the name itself you would understand, this is all related to our time offs, guys. And this is something payroll, okay, where we work on our pay rate types, pay groups, everything that is related to this payroll. And most of the time, financial teams will work on this payroll so much, even including HCM guys also work on the payrolls, guys, in the technical integration side as well, which is related to our monthly salaries. Okay, or else if it is we are working on a service sector, it is monthly bills. Okay, of the health sector or whatever it is, like there are few companies like which are related to supply chains or stores. Okay, we have many clients, and the benefits, which are nothing but whatever the benefits we are taking, insurance kind of thing, or else we have any benefit purchases from our organization, we purchase our stocks and all, that is we maintain under these benefits. And the time tracking, wherein we just manage the management of their check-in checkouts. Okay, and all the related stuff. So most of the time, absent management and time tracking will have a relevant tickets. And recruiting, the recruiting is all about the hire, job changes, or comp changes. Okay, I'm sorry, this is not comp change. Okay, as part of promotion, actually we usually give the comp. So, and the termination, whatever we do in the under the recruiting, including the job requisitions and the onboarding also. So that is comes under this recruiting, very helpful for the HR. Okay, so most of the HRs should focus on this core HCM and recruiting and the absent management, I say, which are very important, and business process also, guys, because you have to create a hire, or you are creating a job requisition and posting in the third party. But what if you have a certain restrictions for the job? Okay, or else you need to hire only certain people. Okay, you have to accept few countries, or few locations. So you will configure the BP steps here in under the hiring or whatever it is. Okay, not just I'm taking the example since I was covering this recruiting, but business process involves in the where we need to enter the conditional and the validation rules as well. And for the integration also, we have a BPs, guys, because that is where when you configure the BP, you can add the delivery step. Okay, we will send out the files to the SFTP. So once you get into the Workday, you will understand, okay, most of the words what I'm using, there are the technical words. You will get it once we go through the classes. Don't worry by just listening those words and all. They are very simple. Okay, just being in Workday, I'm telling you, it is very easier and a very employee friendly compared to the other tools. And the compensation, the name itself, it takes care of the compliance, everything related stuff. And the security, guys, very, very, very important. I recommend everybody to focus on this security, even you're from the technical or functional. Okay, irrespective of that, you have to focus on this security. I will tell you for what. Okay, if you are developing any integrations, okay, you should create a ISU and ISSGs. Okay, so integration system user and integration security groups. That is where you will give the access to the authorized people. Okay, not everyone can view the reports, not everyone can enter into the integration and they can do the modifications, right? So we will give certain security ISU and ISSGs, okay, to run that integration. Or in this ISSG, whether we are giving a view access, modify access, or a get access, or a put access, by this all the integration maintenance will be taken care. So here in security, we cover the user based security, guys, as per the user what we have to give. So like this is like, to certain groups, we all are the Workday users. So for our group, we will have certain security groups which are like, integration administration team, and we are a part of HR administration team, where we have we will have access of modify the employee stuff. So, and we have a role based, guys, which is like, whoever it is. But if you are working under you, if you are a manager, and if I just created a role based security, okay, on the manager level, everybody who tagged to the manager will have the access. So this is very important. While you are giving the access, so many tickets will come to us, okay, to work on the access if you're chosen to security. But you should know that person is a valid person or not. It's not that since you got the ticket, you will work on the ticket. The scrum master or a product manager who will assign the tickets to you, that doesn't know anything. Okay, if the ticket is the incident comes, they will assign it to us. But you should finalize it. You should investigate it. Okay, and if we have to give the security for that person, is he qualified, sorry, is he eligible or not, we need to check. And if I come back to the technical, what is the security part in the technical, guys? So as a Workday implementer, if I have something like, while running the integration got failed, or else, completed with the errors, if I see these flags, my first focus will be on the security, guys. Is someone changed any security? Okay, anyone did anything to this security ISSGs or anything? That is the basic investigation we need to start from. So why I'm telling all this means, security is a very important topic in the Workday. So we have so much of things. Okay, this is how it looks, guys. Okay, I'm clearing everything. So this is how the homepage of Workday looks like. Okay, since it's a GMS tenant, you are seeing a Logan McNeil here. But here we will see our profile, every person. Okay, but as a Workday person, we will be able to see every employee profile in our organization. Guys, this is just a information. I'm not giving any hints to anyone to check, go and check your friend's compensation or something. Okay. So this is the summary page where you see Logan McNeil is from London. She is working from London. This is not her home location again. So whom she is reporting and what is her position title and her primary work email. And every organization can create their own summary page, guys. This is for a global modern, whatever the company she is working. But every organization has their own different summarization. So here her education details, everything we can see, and the soup org and her employee ID, everything. Okay. I'm not just I'm viewing this as a Logan McNeil, guys, but I can also view it as a Workday developer. Okay, as a Deepti also, I can see all of her profile like this only, because we will be having all the access, because we are the maintain, we will maintain us stuff. Okay, so coming back to this overview, guys. So we have a job details wherein we can see her position title, job family, and is she a regular or a seasonal employee? Okay. And what is her management level? What is her time type? She is a full timer or a part timer. Okay. FTE. She is 100% FTE. Okay. Full timer. So even if she is a part timer, we will get her percentage here. And what is her hire date, guys? This is 2000. And what is the original hire date? I will tell you what is the difference of this. So in India, okay, if you work on one organization, 90%, I would say 95%, not even 90%, 95%, we won't return back to that company. But in outside of the India, okay, in many countries in US, UK, most of the people work on a seasonal basis, guys. We only say that, we will call the labor, we will call this plumber, or we will call it with the names. But you know what, outside of that country, they will call it as a professionals. Okay, even if you're working in a store, you're a storekeeper, that will be your profession. Okay, they call it as a profession. Even if you are a painter, they'll call it as a profession. Okay, we are all professionals there. So the works, why I'm telling you this, the employee type, we have this as a regular, but we will be having a seasonal. They work only in the seasonal basis when the market is high. So once the season is off, okay, they will again go off from the company. Again, they will come back next year in the same season. In this meanwhile, they will find another jobs. So that's why we have this employee type. So we have a part-time. You can work in two companies. Okay, moonlighting is not a big deal over there. So Workday, it's designed as per that countries. That's why we are seeing all these things. So why the hire date and the original hire date? So DP has joined the organization in 2000. Okay, but she is like on and off, on and off, on and off. So okay, and again she joined in 2005. So my hire date would be 2025. But my original hire date is like, when was the first time I got hired for this organization. So that is the difference between this. And this continuous service date of mine would be since 2000. So the length of service will also calculate from the 2000, guys. In Logan McNeil, she is created for our training only. That's why she is there in this organization from last 25 years. Okay. So this is compensation, guys. So what you can see under compensation? Okay. You can see everything. Okay. What is the minimum package that we can offer for this position? Director of Human Resource. Okay. And what is the highest pay we can give? We will be having a pay range, guys, for every job profile that has been created. everything will have its own base pay range. Through that only our negotiations will work on when we go for some organization. Okay, when we get hired, we will talk about the negotiations, guys. So that negotiations will depend on this part only. So what is her current salary and pay change history of her? Okay, how many times her pay change has increased or decreased, whatever this is, we can see here. And her bonus related stuff also. Okay, how many times she got a she got a Christmas bonus of 6% recently. So these are all we can see here. And job. So here in the job, as we also seen in this overview, they kept this one. Okay, usually all this information would be available under job. Okay, and then we have here it is the flexible work arrangements. It is like purely depends on their organization, guys. But after the job details, we see the organizations. We will easily catch up the company hierarchy and the cost center of the employee and the location hierarchy and the pay group. All these stuffs will be available here. And we can also see in this more, if you go through this worker history, guys, whatever happens on the employee profile. Okay, if your manager came and ask you, like, something, I'm not able to see this person, or she is not able to access this something related to this, you have to do the first thing is, like, you have to go to the worker history. What transaction has happened recently? Maybe is it hitting that, or else something they have changed, that is their dev plan for the Logan McNeil, it is still in the progress. So she is not able to do this task because this is not completed, the status is in progress, and this is assigned to Logan McNeil. We will see everything, guys. We should know the navigation in the Workday. That is what I'm saying you. So if your manager comes up and if they ask for any request, you should know where to go here. Okay. If they ask you to create some report, from which I will take this up. Okay. So you should know that navigation, that is what is all about. And the benefits. Okay. The benefits of her and the insurance and the dependents of her, everything that will come here. And her time off, what is her time of balance and the leave request, everything will handle under this. So this is just, I'm taking an example, guys. We will cover all these topics one after one. So I'm just giving you a hint of it. What is the page? Okay, we are just seeing as pay or something else, pay slips, everything will be under this. And the contact information of the Logan McNeil, we can see it here, her home address, her home phone number, and again we will also see the landline number and her ex, Facebook, everything. Okay, so whatever employee updates, we will have the access. And where the personal information, we will be able to see their personal information, because we have edit access. If something needs to update in the employee profile, we have to use this. That's how we will have access for everything, guys. And what is our career? Okay, which company she worked previously, and what is our short-term goals, long-term goals, everything, whatever the people they will update in their profiles. Okay, we will be able to see that as well. And her performance, every year you will get your manager reviews, right? That also we can see it here. Okay, so why your average, or your exceptional, or you're really very excellent, or a poor performance, everything that employee updates, we will have access. Guys, this is what we maintain under the employee profiles, guys. This is all about the Workday. Okay, so coming to our demo again. So I already introduced you the what are the features we have, okay, the securities and the integrations, and what is the Workday's market leadership, which I did not go through now. Okay, this is very high level of customer satisfaction, guys. Okay, irrespective of any kind of the business, it is giving 100%, not even 99%, guys, because everything is handled by our servers, maintenance, everything is under Workday only. We don't need to bother for anything. And then we have a very fast implementation time. Okay, we don't need to program anything from the scratch. Okay, we will just use the tasks. Okay, for everything we will have a task name, guys. Okay, so if I, for example, if I have to go to the find workers in this report, this is the Workday delivered report, where this is a search report, guys. I told you, right, there are many types of reports we have. So one of this, like, so I if I have to go through that employee, any employee, I can go by their location, or maybe their job profiles, or maybe their cost center. I have certain options here, so available. I should know the navigation where to go. That's it. So this is a very easy maintenance and very fast implementation time. And by this, I'm just telling you nothing but Workday, why it is very fast growing in the market, because of its delivery. Okay, the 100% of the satisfactory delivery, guys, nothing else. So from here, I'm done with this demo session. Anyone have any doubts? And before I start up with the doubt sessions, I will just tell you, we will surely just cover 100% of technical, okay, maximum of functional also. Okay, this is the duration of this course is 45 days, guys, where we will give you a tenant access as well. Okay, because the tool which I'm showing you here, we need to purchase it, guys. Okay, so everybody will get their own unique credentials for their GMS tenants on this only. This is not something we can just go through the Chrome or Google and install one application. This is something we needed credentials. Okay, the tenant access is very important. So including all this, we will be sharing our price and all. Okay, so this is the 45 days of training I said, and also we will give you a interview questions. Don't come back and say, this question you already posted, this question did not come in the interview. So we have collected the number of interview questions, and then we designed this document. So we will give you once after the course complete. And next part, before this one, why you have to come to NisTech to get trained on Workday, I will tell you, guys. So for example, take example of myself. I worked under integrations in my entire career. It's like almost 80% of coverage is under integrations only. Then how come Deepti would know all this stuff? Okay, but if I have since I know this technical part, I cannot just Google something in the and come back and say whatever I know as per my knowledge. If I train you, okay, you will also go out from here with a 50% knowledge. I don't want this, guys. We are not gonna do that. Okay, we will be providing 3 to 4 trainers as per the availability. I'm saying you 3 is okay, 4 definitely when it comes to the requirement. Okay, 3 to 4 trainers definitely will involve in your training, guys. Okay. In which areas they are best. Okay. I will recommend for that areas only. Okay. If I'm capable of integrations, I will teach integrations only. If I'm capable of reporting, okay, the person who is capable of reporting, they will teach reporting only. That's how we have divided our course. Okay. So that is how in the organization level, in the workday level, workday partner companies level, the training will happen. Okay. Someone can just mute, and we will also provide you the real time classes. Okay. So once after every class, you will get one assignment, guys. Okay. You have to go through that assignment. By next class, if you have any doubts, you should come back to us. Okay. And we will be creating a group wherein, all the trainers will be available to help you every time. Okay. If it is a access related or something else. Okay. But we want you to focus on this. If you join somewhere, I will say that, once you pay the fees, don't even bother, are you attending the class, are you listening this. But in our NisTechs, okay, I don't know, whoever I called, they have to show me the yesterday's class. That is very strict. Okay. If you don't have the time, you don't have that capability of doing all these tasks, definitely I'm not gonna recommend you to go through this, guys, because it is the career where you can focus. Okay. This is like, it's almost from 2005 to 2025. How many years are there? Like, 20 years. Still Workday, it's leading the market. And I can clearly say that next 15 to 20 years also, no other tool can beat this for the HCM, guys. That's why I can give you a guarantee and the warranty for your careers. Okay. And if you say that, take my examples or my friends' examples, we are every organization that we change, we are hitting 60% to 70%, 80% of hikes, guys. It is not as per the market 30% hike or a minimal thing. Okay. If you have stuff in your hand, you can just, rock in a workday. So from here, I'm done with this workday, guys. So anyone has any questions? Okay, I'm stopping the recording. You can just feel free